We're talking about Pluto and Aquarius, and you will actually need some detailed information on your birth chart um, that you're going to need for this particular live that's going to help you, because this is a very what we're talking about today, and this transit that's coming up is a little bit more detailed than the general readings the general talks that we have. And I want to make sure everyone has their information. So Pluto in Aquarius. Now, Pluto, which is considered in astronomy a dwarf planet, takes about 248 years to make a full orbit around the sun. So that is a very, very, very long time. Oh, thank you, Marcia. So anytime we have planets that are moving into a different sign, it is a big deal. And this Pluto in Aquarius is, truly, truly a big deal. The last time we had Pluto in Aquarius was around 1778. 1778 to 1798. So that was the last time Pluto was in Aquarius. So that really tells you how important this transit is. So back 1778 to 1798, there's like a 20-year cycle, because it does stay in a house and a sign for about 20 years. There were a lot of government type changes going on. So you can Google, what were the dynamics and changes that were happening, not just in the United States, but all over the world. There was a lot of, just in a nutshell, a lot of change in government, formation of government, things of that nature. So that's the kind of things that we will start to see happening with this cycle collectively. A lot of shakeups in government across the world. There will be a lot of technological advances. I think like during that 1778 to 1798, there was a lot of inventions, like the cotton gin was invented, printing presses were invented, things of that nature. So, of course, with this transit, there's going to be a lot of technological advances, and we're already seeing it now and I think I've touched on it before when we've talked about this, with the, and I can't get this vision out of my head. I think it's over in China. I can't remember. I think it's China. They now have a full police force of robot dogs. So now you have robot dogs. You have these this AI type art that comes up. Like they have I notice a lot of pictures that are coming up are AI generated. They're talking about putting, again, scans for people to put kind of like barcodes under their skin in order for them to get access to their bank accounts and making it easier. So it's all these advances. And do y'all remember, also, side note, for those of us in the United States, do y'all remember about a year ago, I talked about the United States was going through its Pluto return, and the Pluto return was impacting our banking system and our money here in the United States. And I remember telling y'all, be mindful of having all of your money and all your resources, particularly in banks and financial institutions, because our banking systems were going to start to crumble. We just had another issue this past week with Wells Fargo, like we had in the previous few weeks with Bank of America, where people's monies came up missing. So we had that. We also had one of the largest banks in Silicon Valley in California to shut down last week. So again, United States, the next 20 years, the banking system, our financial institutions, how the American dollar probably won't be worth much, and it's not carrying as much power and weight as before. So I'm just letting you know, those are the kind of things that we're going to be looking at over the next 20 years on a more collective level. But Heavy with the scammers in Pisces season. Yes, scammers are out there. But today we're going to talk about how this is going to impact us on an individual level, of course, based on our rising sign. Now, because this is such a long cycle of 20 years, everyone is going to feel it differently, and it's going to be based on the degree of your rising sign. And this is where degrees become important, okay? So let's talk about the quick temporary energy, because I want to know if anyone's feeling it now. So Pluto in Aquarius is making its quick little transit March the 23rd. So from March the 23rd until June 11th, Pluto is going to go into Aquarius. And I always look at this type of movement as the planet or the astrological event giving you a preview of what's to come in the longer transit. So with Pluto going into Aquarius for like this couple of months, some of you, maybe not all, but some people will start to see what that transit is going to, what that 20-year transit is going to look like when Pluto goes into Aquarius officially in January 2024. Now, like I said, not everybody will get a sneak peek of this, and it depends on the degree of your rising sign will determine when you will feel this. Now, when we have the slow-moving transits like Pluto, which takes 20 years to do its work, it's not like you're going to be feeling this transit all the time. Not like the quick-moving energies like Mercury that you feel for 30 days or Venus for 30 days. You know, you feel that. When you have Pluto, which is a heavy, heavy energy, it is a transformative energy. It is there to transform your life. Not for the temporary, but for the long haul. So, think 20 years. This is just not, some quick changes. This is like deep psychological, because Pluto is all about the deep and psychological. Pluto is all about death and rebirth. So this is the dying off of certain things in your life. People, places, things, habits, events. So, and you being reborn into something new. So with that being said, when it's such a long cycle, not everyone is going to feel it at the same time. So today, hopefully everybody has a copy of their birth chart. We're going to talk about when you can anticipate this particular cycle to start to impact your life. Okay. Now, I always say the transits, the changing of the planets into signs, you feel it more impactfully at the beginning and towards the end. So for the most part, most people will feel something in a way. But we're also going to be talking about, I am so sick of this thing. We're going to be talking about when you will really start to do the deep psychological work that Pluto will be requiring of you during this transit. So if you've had a personal reading with me, I will be more than happy to look at your birth chart in my database and let you know what your degrees are. So just, what the hell? Okay, let me figure this out. Okay, I think that's better. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, so if you want to know what your degrees are with regards to this transit, just let me know in the comments, or if you want to remain discreet about our relationship, then you can just send me an inbox. But I will be more than happy to look up your degrees, because I want everyone to know when they can anticipate this energy. Oh, okay, so I got somebody here. So I'm going to pull yours up and tell you what degree you're at. Hold on just a second. Alrighty, so Give me 1 second. Sagittarius. 18 degrees. Okay. Whitney, yours is at 18 degrees of Aquarius. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I take that back. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I need to verify that really, really quickly. I want to make sure I got it right. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Make sure I got it right. Oh no, yours is at 10 degrees. 10 degrees. Pluto. So it's going into your 18. Okay, 18 degrees. 18 degrees. 18 degrees is Whitney. All right. 18 degrees. Hey, sis. So, yeah, Whitney, it's 18 degrees. Since my sister is on here, let me get hers. She's Scorpio. Let's see. Is that 5 degrees? Yeah, 5 degrees. Five degrees. So my sister's on here. Just make note 5 degrees, and you'll understand as we get a little further in this discussion why I'm saying 5 degrees. So Whitney's is 18 degrees. My sister is 5 degrees. Okay. All right. So, and mine's is, hold on, 9 degrees. 9 degrees. Okay. Mine's is 9 degrees. Okay. So Pluto. Okay, so let's talk real quick because we're going to talk about this quick window, March 23rd to June the 11th. So if you are anywhere within the range of 0 degrees to 10 degrees, I want to talk to you really quickly about what could be coming up for you in the next month and a half. And find out if you've already started to feel these changes. So if I gave you the degrees and yours falls between 0 and 10 degrees, you are going to be some of the people that are going to be feeling and seeing some type of indication of what this longer cycle in 2024 is going to feel like for you. So my sister's a Scorpio rising. Has there been any type of changes, movement, or... No, I'm going to get yours, Marsha's, in just a second. Changes, movements, or anything around family dynamics or family dynamics, family issues, housing issues, real estate issues, real estate dynamics, any of that for my sister. So let me, while you think about that, I'm going to check on Marsha. Let's see, where was Marsha? 19 degrees. Okay, Marsha, yours is actually 19 degrees. Okay, so yours is 19 degrees. Keep that in mind as we move along. But I'm only right now quickly talking to those of you that are 0 to 10 degrees. Has anything profound, and I'm just speaking to my sister because she's a Scorpio rising, around family, real estate, property, home life, anything like that been going on. If you don't want to talk about it on here, shoot me a text or inbox me or call me later and let me know. Oh, so Marsha's 19 degrees, but she just left looking at properties, which makes sense. Now, keep in mind, I keep telling y'all, anytime it's the beginning of a transit, you will start to feel something. So I have another Scorpio rising here, just came back looking at properties in the Manville area. So that's real estate related, okay? My Sagittarius rising, which I think is Whitney, even though yours is kind of like in a later degree, my question to you would be, has there been any type of changes, dynamics around communication, siblings, contract negotiation, transportation, short distance travel, something to that effect, or educational pursuits in a way? If it hasn't come up, it may come up in the next couple of weeks or so. So my sister's saying family, definitely. Great. All right. Those particular things that you are encountering now is just an example of what is going to be coming for you in a longer transit once we get to 2024. So just keep in mind those experiences around that could be a theme for you when we get to 2024, when this actual transit happens for the long run. And then now we're going to talk about when you can anticipate, once we get to 2024, what this could look like and what year this is probably going to start for you. All right. So again, Pluto and Aquarius, its official dates are January 2024 to 2044. 20 years. 20 years. Wow, that's a long time. Now, this is how we're going to break it up. I'm going to give you the degree span, and I'm going to give you the years in which you can anticipate to feel something. So, if your house ruler of Aquarius is from 0 degrees to 10 degrees, you will feel this impact the first part of the transit. So that will be from 2024 to 2030. Okay, so those of you that fall between 0 degrees and 10 degrees, 2024 to 2030. I fall within 9, I'm in 9 degrees. So I'm one of those people that will start to feel the transit immediately when it starts. Okay, now the second set of people are from 10 degrees to 20 degrees. You won't start to feel the impact of this transit until actually 2031, until 2037. Okay, so that's not to say nothing will happen, but I'm more or less saying that your energy around the transformation that is coming for you is going to be in the window of 2031 to 2037. Now, if you're in the last degrees, which is 20 degrees to 30 degrees, you won't feel this transformation until around 2038 to 2044. Okay? So does anyone have any questions? I need to repeat that again. 0 to 10 degrees, you're going to start off this transit, 2024 to 2030. 10 degrees to 20 degrees, 2031 to 2037. And the final degrees, 20 degrees to 30 degrees, 2038 to 2044. Okay? And so, those of you like me, they're in the 0 to 10. Yes, give you some time to prepare. Yes, it will. But those of you at the beginning degrees of this, like myself, we kick this off, immediately. And I've actually already started to see a little indication of where this is going. Now, since we got the degrees, let's talk about what area is going to be impacted based on your rising sign. And this is going to be good. So we're going to start at the top of the zodiac as we always do. Listen for your rising sign first, your sun sign second, and your moon sign third. Please have your rising sign, because all my predictions are based on your rising sign. But if you don't, you can listen to your sun sign. Okay. So if you're an Aries rising, sun, or moon, this transformation will be impacting the area that governs your friend connections. So this is your friend groups. This is the groups or organizations that you attach yourself to. This is your social awareness. This is the collective. This is how you deal with the collective and the masses, not just the individual relationships. This is also the area that governs technology, and your long-term goals, dreams, and wishes are here. And this is also the area that governs gains, unexpected blessings, and unexpected money. So, transformation around, number one, your friend groups. So this will have a lot to do with the restructuring or the changes in, number one, in how you do friendships. Okay. We can get more specific with relationships. Personal attachments with regards to friends will start to transform. Now, could you be losing friendships? Absolutely. Could there be dynamic changes with regards to your friend groups? Absolutely. Again, depending on what degrees you're at, will kick off when this could start for you. But you could also have changes around the personal and professional organizations that you attach yourself to. Changes with that. Death and rebirth around how you show up in society. How you view society. Because remember, this area is about the collective, not about the individual. So this may change your perception on, not just caring for or thinking about how you operate as an individual, but also transforming how you look at society and the way the world works. This could transform you into doing a lot of humanitarian work. So you're doing a lot of volunteer work, volunteering your time, your efforts, getting more serious about social causes, social injustices, things that are close to your heart and you want to rally behind could come up for you during this time. Your long-term goals, dreams, and wishes definitely will go through a transformation. So this could be you reaching the culmination of a long-term goal that you've had for yourself, or this could be changes around your long-term goals, dreams, and wishes and transforming them into something else for yourself. So we look at how you do community and your relationship with technology. So keep in mind, Pluto in Aquarius is a technology-driven type of energy. So this can be my Aries risings that are stepping into more technological advances in the way they connect with the world, with the way they do their job, with regards to their long-term goals. So this definitely will bring a lot of technological advancements and technological experiences into your life over this span with this cycle that we're going through with Pluto and Aquarius. If you are a Taurus rising, sun, or moon, the transformation will be all about your career standing. So your career, your public image, this could bring energy around your reputation, how you're seen in the public, how you interact with authority figures and higher ups, the titles that you wear, what you're known by and what you're known for, and masculine energy. So transformation around your career life could be a thing. Now, let me just say this about this particular area. Pluto governs scandal. So this could look like the possibility of your reputation coming into question, maybe around your career life, maybe around your public image, maybe around your standing within your family or something to that effect. Now, does that always mean like it's a bad thing? No, this could be, something good. This could transform you in a way. And I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. And I'm not, please don't make this a correlation because I'm not saying that. We could look at the example of R. Kelly and how his public image was transformed. He went from this superstar R&B singer, loved around the world, sex symbol, titles, sex symbol, all of this, making this wonderful music, to what he is now. So now, again, don't try to put that, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this is how dynamic the transformation could be around your reputation. And Pluto does bring scandal. It does bring up things that come out about us. So we can look at that. But this could be transformation around your career life. Now, just say that you're no longer in the workforce or you no longer have a career. This could be your public standing, like how you show up in your family or how you show up in organizations that you make yourself a part of. Transformation around that. Some of you Taurus risings could be looking to get into the political arena because this is the area that governs politics. So some of you could be taking a stand or taking a position in a political type arena. You decide you want to run for a government office, or you might want to run for president. Who knows? Or maybe city council or something. So you may take on that. Titles that we wear, you definitely could be changing your title from one thing to another, adding a title of some sort. This could look like divorce or marriage, because I put marriage and divorce in this particular area. So a transformation around the title. So maybe you go from being single to married, or you go from being Mrs. to Miss, or bachelor to married, a married man, or something like that. So this could put a transformation around your relationships, your titles that you're wearing, what you're known for in the general public for my Taurus risings. Gemini rising, the transformation for you is going to have everything to do with higher education, long distance travel, foreign connections, our belief system, legal proceedings, the law, and religion. So with my Gemini risings, this could send you on a path of discovery around your spiritual life, your religious life, your belief system. This could set some of my Gemini risings up to move to a foreign country. Consider moving to a foreign country, or start doing business in a foreign country. Maybe you have an opportunity, a teaching opportunity, a learning opportunity, a job opportunity that takes you to a foreign land. Or if it's not a foreign land, this transformation could be how foreigners impact your life and change your life and come into your life to transform you. So I want my Gemini risings to be very open, especially when you start to feel this transit start to happen. Being very open to people that come into your life that are vastly different than from what you normally align yourself with. So this could be people of a different race, a different culture, a different country, or just different from you and what you normally align yourself with. So that could be a transformation for you in that aspect. You could decide to go to school at this time. Educational pursuits could weigh very heavily or a great importance in your life during this transit. Your belief system could come into question. The mini readings I do is a voice recording. So you'll get those in whatever social media platform that I can reach you on, and I'll leave it on your voice recording within the next 24 hours. Okay? But Gemini rising, this is transformation on how you see the world, what you believe to be true, your spirituality. A lot of Gemini risings will probably go through a spiritual awakening or a spiritual transformation during this time. Education could become very important or very key in your life. And again, opening yourself to international travel with the possibility of a foreign move of some sort, and welcoming people of a foreign nature into your life that come in and transform you. Okay. And especially with Pluto being the dying off and the rebirth of things, this could definitely tie into any type of belief system or beliefs that you've held dear to you for quite a long time could be dying off and being rebirthed into new belief systems, new structures, things of that nature during this time. Okay. Cancer rising sun or moon, this Pluto in Aquarius will be coming in to transform you in a way of how you do, how you relate to other people's money. So this will have everything to do with the merging.
We'll be back.
Who is we?
Me, my mama, and McKenzie.
Where y'all going?
Drop me off at the movies and mail McKenzie letter.
Okay. All right. But close the front door.
Okay.
So Cancer rising. So this could look like how you do the merging of finances and resources with another person or another entity. So we could look at spouses, long-term committed partners, business partners. This is the alliances or agreements you have with financial institutions. This also is the area that governs sex and intimacy. So this is a very interesting thing for my Cancer risings with this particular energy. With it being Pluto and how transformative it is, your views and ideas and experiences around sex could come up. So this is kind of like transforming you in a way that, especially those of you that have had issues around sexually related experiences, issues around how you view sex, guilt or shame around your sexuality or your sex life or something to that effect, could go into a major transformation around that. And this also ties into how you do intimacy. Now, we go back to the resource part of it. Then we talk about inheritances, taxes. We talk about joint finances, loans, and property. Especially with inheritances. Some of you could be coming up on an inheritance during this cycle that may seem to be more trouble than it's worth. That you have to go through a lot with regards to inheritances. I will tell you during this cycle, it is imperative that you are on the up and up when it comes to your taxes. Don't play with the government and their money during this time. But I'm wondering if this cycle is more towards dealing with how you relate on a sexual and intimate level with other people. I think that's more of what we're impacting with regards to this particular Plutonian cycle, and dealing with possibly repressed feelings around your sexuality or how you do sex, or the taboo things that we like with regards to sex could come up. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Sometimes I have a hard time explaining the 8th house, and I just kind of like go all over the place with it. So that's what we're talking about with this Plutonian energy. Leo rising, sun or moon. Guess who's Leo rising? Y'all know I am. So this Pluto and Aquarius energy around you is really going to be impacting your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. I'm glad. Thank you so much. So if you're a Leo rising in particular, you're about to go through a transformation on how you do one-on-one relationships. So let's define one-on-one relationships, because it's not just romantic, however it is, because this is the marriage house. So we're looking at romantic, we're looking at long-term committed relationships, we're looking at marriage, we're looking at business relationships, We're looking at alliances that we make with other people. This is also the area that governs legal contracts and legal agreements. So this is how we tie ourselves to another person. And most important is the relationship that we have with ourselves. Because sometimes we forget that we have a relationship dynamic with ourselves. So that's the most important part. So we could see some of my Leo risings having big transformative changes around their one-on-one relationships. So could this look like some of my Leo risings getting married, getting divorced, getting into committed relationships, learning how to do relationships, certain relationships leaving your life. Now, Pluto is the planet of death, literally and figuratively. I am not one of those astrologers that speaks on death a lot because I ain't God. I ain't fit to try to play God with that. But could this be someone losing someone that transitions over during this cycle? Yes, it could. But it also could be the depth of how you do relationships, especially if you've been doing them in an unhealthy way, and the rebirth of more healthier ways. Now, with this being Plutonian energy, let me tell you what it could do. This could bring people into your life that are very powerful, have a very powerful presence and energy about them. Married, huh? Yeah. Yeah. So this could have you drawing people to you that have a very powerful and a lot of Plutonian energy about them. I want my Leo risings to pay particularly close attention to a lot of Scorpio type energy coming into your life during this cycle. And maybe a lot of, I'm going to say just Plutonian energy. People that are very intense. People that can be, now you got to be careful of people that are very controlling, because that could come up with Pluto with a lot of control dynamics with regards to your relationship. But people that are trying to possess you, have this kind of like crazy hold on you that come into your life. But this could be a positive. This could be a positive for you, because this could draw to you people that want to help you, that are in powerful places. Baby, this could bring some rich folks into your life. I'm just going to put it out there. So, but be mindful of the intensity of the type of people that are coming into your life during this window. And because I'll put it like this. I'm at the 9th degree of this. A little bit this has already started for me. So I'll keep y'all posted in how it goes. But your transformation is going to be again around your one-on-one relationships and how you do relationships in a very impactful way, and in a way that's going to be around for a very long time, and bringing into your life very powerful people around you. Okay, so if you're Virgo rising, sun or moon, this is going to impact you by way of your health. Now, I've had this energy for the last 20 years, so I know what my Virgo risings are about to go into. So this is the area that governs your health, mental and physical health. This is the area that governs your work environment, people you work with, around, and for, how you eat, how you're of service to others. Is in this area. So I know how this could play out for you. So let me just give you a breakdown of what this could look like. You losing your fucking mind. Your mental health is going to go through it. So if you're someone that has been struggling with mental health and that has been in denial about your mental health, because I know what this feels like, your mental health is about to go through a lot of challenges and changes. I would say to you, go ahead and get on the front end of this, because this shit is going to be really, really serious. This is also having to do with your physical health. Could come into a transformative, challenging time. I want my Virgo risings to please listen to what I'm saying, because I'm going to save you a lot of heartache, a lot of grief. Get ahead of any type of mental health. Get ahead of any type of health related issues with you. Get ahead of your diet. Get ahead of all of that, because that is going to impact you. And also when we talk about this area and it being the work environment, this could send you through a cycle of very much dissatisfied, just being dissatisfied with work. You may go through a cycle of just changing jobs constantly because you're not happy. The working environment is not working for you. Let me tell you what this looks like. You keep changing jobs, and yes, you have a different work environment, but it's the same shit. So you just keep taking the same energy, the same negativity, the same, dissatisfaction with you, and you just in a different office. You need to find what makes you happy early on. Don't do like me and take forever to figure it out, because it is going to weigh on you. Also, this could put you in a space of having to be a caregiver, because I ended up having to be a caregiver for my grandmother who suffered from Alzheimer's. Let me tell you something. That was a very difficult thing for me, but I would not have had it any other way. But you could end up being a caregiver of some sort. So just be prepared that you may be a lot of service to other people, Virgo rising, during this time. And if you do end up in that situation, you need support for your own mental health and your own health. I know this to be true. I'm telling you right now, that's pretty much how that's going to play out for you over the next 20 years. I'm just saying. It don't sound great, but I'm giving you a heads up so you can get in front of it. Okay? But I want you to take your mental health very seriously, because it will weigh you down on that. I'm very serious. It took me a long time to figure out that I was crazy and needed therapy. I don't want that for my Virgo risings. Okay? So next we're going to talk about Libra rising, sun or moon. This transformation is going to come by way of romance, love affairs, your children, pregnancy, risk taking. I think this is the house of gambling. So for my Libra rising, sun or moon, this could definitely be transformations around your children. So we could go through a cycle of intense encounters, intense situations, transformation around your relationship with your children in a very, very impactful way. This could look like pregnancy coming up during this window of, and that's if you're a childbearing years, this, that, and other. So pregnancy could come up. Difficulties with pregnancy, maybe around Libra moon, pregnant with ideas are pregnant. It could be, because actually this is the area that governs your creativity. So something could be birthed out of this, maybe a business, a love of something, a hobby. Maybe you take a hobby or a talent that you have and transform it into a successful business during this time. That could be something that happens. But also your transformation around your relationship with your children. And it could be of any age, Yeah, creativity. So changing into a business, transforming how your love affairs go, your relationships go, your dating life goes. So I look at this as, just depending on what phase of life you're in, will kind of decide which is going to be highlighted for you, Libra rising. So pregnancy could be something that transforms you in a way. Maybe you become a parent during this cycle. Maybe you become a grandparent during this cycle. Again, interactions with your children, the relationship or dynamic with your children becomes that. If you've been having difficulties with parenting your children, then how you parent them has to die off, and it has to be reborn in a different way. And I tell people, our children also go through cycles. So, as they get older and they hit these milestones, you have to learn to parent them differently. You can't continue to parent like you did when your child was 2 and now they're 12. Transforming that dynamic for you. Okay. So how you do your dating life could transform. How you do relationships Yes, because they showing out at the moment. Absolutely. So you're getting an indication of, how your relationship with your children could be going through a transformation and has to change in some way. This is all for us to get ahead of it and for us to be proactive as opposed to reactive and understanding what's coming up for us. Okay. Now, Scorpio rising, sun or moon, this transformation is about your fourth house. Real estate, the spaces that we live in, buying and selling property, our family dynamics, feminine energy. So this is where we have the prominent women in our life, and our emotional stability is here. Now, of course, this could be my Scorpio risings, buying a first home, a seventh home, selling property, going into real estate, dynamics around your physical space transforming, family dynamics coming into play. Now, this one right here can get really, really karmic because now we're dealing with family dynamics. And again, because this is Pluto, this could bring up long-held secrets that have been in the family that come to the forefront. And it may not be comfortable, but it's very much necessary in order to deal with, because in this area we have our emotional stability. So those of you that have been dealing with family trauma that you've been holding on to, family dynamics that cannot seem to be resolved, this phase with this Pluto going into Aquarius is going to bring us some upset to some families. I'm sorry. So this could bring upset to family dynamics. Listen, you can't fix anything that you won't address. So just prepare for that type of dynamic to come up. Could this be certain relationships leaving our life with regards to family? Yes, it could. It definitely could. But us transforming how we do our relationships in our family, that's the family that we come from, and the family that we create for ourselves. Now, this could be some of my Scorpio rises with regards to family, getting married, getting divorced, something to that effect. Whatever needs to happen by way of relationship changes, Pluto is there to bring a total transformation around. Hold up. I got to take this call. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to answer that phone call. All right. So actually that was crazy because that was somebody just calling me. And they were talking about the banking situation that I was just talking about. They were telling me that they just drove up to an ATM, Wells Fargo ATM. Wells Fargo has shut down even their ATMs. So it's not like even like when you go to the ATM, she was saying that it'll tell you this ATM is not working or whatever. No, there is no power. They have pulled the plug completely to their ATMs. I'm telling y'all, these banks are just, oh, child. I could go on and on about the banking system, but it's just crazy. But anyway, Scorpio rising, family dynamics, transformation around that. So a lot of deep psychological work when it comes to family. Okay, let's see, where are we? Let's see. Sagittarius rising, sun or moon. The transformation is going to be impacting your third house, which we touched on a little bit. Now, this is going to be transforming how you communicate, because this is the house of communication, how we process information, how we speak, how we learn. This is short distance travel, Educational pursuits are also here. Our dynamics with our siblings and extended. Okay, girl, I don't know what's going on. All right, anyway. So, Sagittarius rising, how you communicate your ideas, your thoughts, your wants, your needs, your communication style going under a total transformation. This is also the area that governs your educational pursuits. So returning to school, and because it's in the third house, this is kind of like more like vocational type educational pursuits. So around certifications, vocational type educating of yourself. Your dynamics with your siblings could come under some type of transformation. So, especially those of you that may have had distance with your siblings, or the relationship is not as solid or as strong as you would like it to be, or there is some issue that needs to be hashed out with regards to your siblings. Definitely could be on the forefront of this Plutonian energy. With regards to that. Now, with regards to siblings and Pluto, this could also bring up the possibility of a sibling or extended family member maybe struggling with chemical dependency, drug abuse, any type of self-sabotaging behaviors could come up with regards to this person, and possibly a confinement of some sort could be something that comes up. With regards to dealing with your extended family. Maybe there's dynamics with neighbors, or your neighborhood goes through some type of transformation, or maybe you move. Now, this could be like a short distance move. So there's a little bit of energy of a possible move for the Sagittarius risings during this cycle. But transforming you on how you communicate. I feel like this energy is more around finding your voice. Especially those of you that have felt like you go unheard or unseen, or your ideas or your thoughts are not taken seriously. This is going to be a time that you find your voice, and you are very loud and vocal with it. Okay. Capricorn rising, sun or moon. This transformation is about your money. So whereas the 8th house for Cancer rising was about other people's money, this Plutonian energy is going to be in your 2nd house of your earned income. So transformation around how you earn your money, transformation hopefully around the relationship you have with money, because this is where we have our self-worth and our value, and where we cultivate how we relate to money and our relationship with money. So with it being Pluto here, you really have to guard yourself from becoming obsessive over money, or guard yourself from becoming controlling over money, or allowing money to control you. Could be a thing. But this could transform how you earn your money. So some of you could be leaving your 9-to-5 job and becoming entrepreneurs. Some of you could be closing on a business and becoming a retiree. But how you earn your money and your material possessions could come under transformation. This is also the area that governs your investments, the stock market, your 401k, things of that nature. So with everything that's going on with the banking industry, I would implore my Capricorn risings to be very mindful of their investments. Be very mindful of things that you are tying all your money to. I don't suggest that you tie a great deal of your resources and your monies into one particular financial area. You need to be really, really careful about that, and being on top of that. Also, this could actually put you in the space of you having power struggles over money, particularly if you are in connection with someone. So this could be a spouse, this could be a business partner. There could be some type of if you got more than 250K, you probably need to get it out now and put it somewhere else. So this could be power struggles with business partners, with spouses, people that you have business dealings with. So, and this could actually look like some type of underhanded dealings around your money. So you just need to be super diligent with regards to how your money is. Now, with it being Pluto and Aquarius, I'm going to implore you that this could make for the foundation of you really becoming extremely wealthy during this time. Remember on my video, wealth placements, Pluto is a wealth planet. If you play your cards right, you could set yourself up for some financial freedom and financial success during this transit. Hopefully you're one of those on here. If you're a Capricorn rising within that 0 to 10 degree window, this actually could start for you now, between now and the next 7 years. Just letting you know, okay? And be diligent about not falling for get-rich-quick schemes, things of that nature. Aquarius rising, sun and moon, Pluto and Aquarius. Got into that lottery, yes. Get into the lottery, get into it. Aquarius rising, sun or moon, this is all about you and the transformation of yourself. Now, I know my Aquarius are going to say, what the hell we've been doing this last 2.5 years, because my life has been all over the place. I agree, because you had Saturn in Aquarius. So yes, you were dealing with a lot over the last 2.5 years. I don't know an Aquarius that wasn't doing a lot of work. But guess what? You're about to do some more work, because Pluto is here to transform you yet again. Saturn had you doing a lot of lessons. Saturn had you jumping through a lot of hoops. Pluto is coming in to say, I want to transform you with everything that you've learned, everything that you've been through, all your experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. I want you to take those and transform yourself into the person that you are supposed to be. Okay? So, this has a lot to do with your physical body too, not just your energetically, your energy that you're putting out, but this is directly impacting your physical body. So you're another one, along with my Virgo risings, that need to really be mindful of your physical health moving forward, because this Plutonian energy could put you in a space of health crisis, challenges to your health, dealing with health related issues. So it's all about your physical body and how you're maintaining it, okay? So, but with this Plutonian energy, this could bring a lot of intensity about you. So people start to experience you differently on a very intense level, on a very different level. And let me give you an example of someone that has been totally changed. Meg the Stallion is an Aquarius sun. And we all know the last 2.5 years for her have been a challenge with everything that's gone on with her, with regards to the case that she had to deal with, with the shooting. Now, Pluto is transforming her. Now, it's funny because when Saturn was in Aquarius, she went through a lot of scrutiny around her reputation. Saturn will do that also. So there was a lot of questioning on her integrity. There was a lot of questioning about her sex life. There was a lot of questioning about her being honest. So people questioned her integrity. This Pluto is, for me, in her particular case, her redemption. Because now she's showing up differently. She's showing up vindicated. She's showing up that, she was telling the truth. That she did, she was the victim of violence, and this happened. So for her, this Plutonian energy is transforming her in a different way. It is no way that she's going to be the same person she was, prior to this terrible incident and thing that she went through. So she's about to be transformed in a totally different way, showing up totally different, and not only in a physical space, but in a psychological space and in an energy type space for her. So that's an example of what this Pluto and Aquarius will do for my Aquarius risings. Okay. And last but not least, we have Pisces rising, sun or moon. This Plutonian energy is going to be impacting you behind the scenes. So this is the 12th house. This is the area that we hold our secrets, our addictions, our self-sabotaging behavior, our fears. This is also the area that governs hidden enemies. Our frenemies, our inner circle, and spaces of confinement. And I know I normally describe spaces of confinement like hospitals, prisons, retreats, but this is also churches and places of worship. So, for my Pisces rising, I feel like you guys are about to go into a period of, number one, seclusion and working on yourself on a deep spiritual, psychological level. But I think some of my Pisces risings are also about to go through a spiritual transformation. And at the end of the cycle, some of you may be transforming into some type of religious guru, some type of pastor, motivational type speaker, mentor, where you're sharing your experiences and helping others. But it's going to take a lot of in-depth work. So this is about you doing the shadow work. So my Pisces risings are about to do a lot of shadow work. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they get some type of assistance with that, because shadow work can be very, very deep and intense. And Pluto is not going to, this Pluto in Aquarius is going to be a rough one for them, especially because Pisces are such compassionate and they're such warm and soft souls. I need them to gear up for a lot of work that's going to be possibly very uncomfortable for them. Now, what I like about this is going to help to get my Pisces risings out of the delusion that some of them have been walking around in. Pluto likes to escape when things aren't going well. They like to make up fantasies. They like to carve out the ideal of what they think is perfection. And sometimes that's not true. Pluto is like, no, we are grounded in reality. We are about to dissolve all of this fantasy that you've been living in. And we're about to do some deep, deep work on stuff that you've been pushing to the side and not trying to be accountable for and not trying to work through. So a lot of that for my Pisces rising. I have a Pisces rising that is very, very close to me. And I just hope that this person gets the lesson and comes out to stronger on the other side from this. So that is the Pluto in Aquarius. That is the next 20 years of what we're looking at based on your rising sign. Again, depending on the degree is going to determine when this is going to impact you. So if the house that rules Aquarius, if it is 0 to 10 degrees, you will start to feel this 2020 or now until 2030, 10 degrees to 20 degrees, 2031 to 2037, and 20 degrees to 30 degrees, 2038 to 2044. Whew, that's a lot.